Okay, let's take a look at another very common position here nowadays, especially a lot of the young, flexible guys are playing. As you're probably aware, the berimbolo. And the main thing is, I want you to understand, if I get pulled in this far, again, I let my hips get loaded over, probably broken my posture, but also some people are very good at playing this game and there's a lot of elaborate setups. Now, this can get very sophisticated because people that play this and specialize in it have a lot of roots from this basic entry. But the main thing is you don't have to be able to play berimbolo to be able to shut it down. And what I want to do is, even though there's different stages of defense, depending on how deep, say, Pete gets into it, I want to try and be ready to shut it down as soon as possible. So the first thing is, before we get into anything else, as I'm playing in here, right, I'm looking to pop this off, I know that one of the grips, along with sleeves and lapel, that Pete can get to control me, go ahead there, is the belt, right? So he's here. So the first thing is, just like defending the grips on my sleeve and lapel, I want to try and defend the grip on my belt. So as we're playing, just go back, okay, we're moving around, all of a sudden he reaches for it, right? I'm trying to take that off and defend. So it's just set your base, set your posture, be aware of this. So while I'm looking for dominant grips, I'm also trying to defend his. If he's starting to grab a hold of it, okay, sometimes I just pop it off just like I would my lapel, okay? And then I control that hand for a second, come in, and then I'm into my next position, all right? So that's the first stage. Number one, I don't get swept, base and posture. Number two, I defend his grips while I'm looking for my passing angles and grips. Now, if he does get it, this is what we're going to do. Make this as simple as possible so we can not overcomplicate things. Once Pete grabs, he's got to load my weight. He's pulling me up. Now he's spitting me out, right? He's going to take me over. Good. So from here, as we go down, now he's entering into his spin. Okay, so Pete is not a berimbolo guy, but he's going to at least get us into the entry for illustration purposes. So that is where I know that now I'm tipping over. I lost my base and posture. Okay, I'm falling. So now I want to go immediately to these grips. Like I said, simple solution. So once he goes into his inversion, this far side leg is going to spin, and once he's in and he's spun around and that locks onto my hip, now he's pretty deep into it. You also notice that as he inverts, his head has to come to me. So what I want to do, simple reverse engineering, I want to keep both of those things from happening. So Pete goes into position, he's got my belt, hey, I missed that, he loads me. From here, I'm going to go into these two grips. One is this pant leg, okay, the far leg, keeping it away. The other is my thumb is inside Pete's collar and I'm stiff arming him, so I'm blocking his head from coming all the way underneath, okay? So from here, he's not quite, he wants to pull himself into me and get these legs in place. So right now, go ahead. Good. And away. So you can see it from here, okay? Gets the belt. Okay. As he pulls me in, hand slides. Good, go. And in. Very simple response to a fairly, what looks like a kind of a complicated acrobatic situation. And as long as you know where to go, once you start to lose your balance, you can preempt the entire game from getting started.